2015 question on algebra that's a words to equations type question. The Kelvin scale is one way of measuring temperature. To convert a temperature from degrees Fahrenheit to Kelvin, you add 459.67 to F, then multiply your answer by 5, and then divide by 9. Okay? So a bit like one of those rhymes where it's like twice your age and you do all sorts of things to it. Okay, it's a bit like that. Part A then said convert 212 degrees Fahrenheit to Kelvin. Okay, so to convert a temperature from degrees Fahrenheit to Kelvin, we must add 459.67. So let's do that. 212 plus 459.67. Okay, so 212 plus 459.67 is 671.67. And then it says multiply your answer by 5. So multiply by 5 on my calculator and I get 3358.35 and then divide by 9. So divide by 9, and I'm just using answer on my calculator. I'm not putting in the answer every time. So I'm getting 373.15 Kelvin. Okay, so when all else fails, just literally follow it step by step. Right, part B then, write an algebraic formula to express Kelvin in terms of Fahrenheit. Okay, to express Kelvin in terms of Fahrenheit. Okay, so what did we do above basically? Well, we took the temperature, Fahrenheit, and we added 459.67 to it. Okay, so I'm calling him Fahrenheit because that's what they told me here, and I'm calling him Kelvin. So that's where I got the Kelvin equals here, and this is where I got my F here. So I'm adding 459. Okay, one thing you have to be careful of is that you use the rules of BOMDAS, which is what we call the order of operations. Okay, or it's the order we want our maths done in. So you see up here, we needed you to add that first before you multiplied by 5. Okay, now in BOMDAS, multiply comes before add. So if I write down the following, okay, then by BOMDAS, you have to do this multiply first before you do the add. Okay, so you have to do this bit first. Okay, and then if I did divide by 9 like that, okay, what you would do is you would do this bit first and then divide by 9, and the last bit would be adding. Now you might say, so what, right? Well, if I come up here and I do 212 plus 459.67 multiplied by 5 divided by 9, okay, if I did it all in one go like that, okay, and what I want you to do with me is to put that into your calculator exactly how it's written, okay, because your calculator is programmed with the rules of BOMDAS, okay, you will get 467.372, okay, and where is that coming from? Well, if you do this bit first, 459.67 multiplied by 5, and then you divide by 9, okay, you'll get 255, and then you add on the 212, you will get 467, okay? So what your calculator does is it does this bit first, okay, this bit second, and this bit third, okay? And why does it do this first and this second? Well, multiply and divide is on the same level, so we do operations from left to right when they've got the same, I suppose, the same level of importance, okay? So you get a different answer. So how do I force people to do the adding first? Well, you use the first letter in BOMDAS, which is your bracket. Okay, so the very nature of putting a bracket around Fahrenheit plus 459.67 forces anybody doing this sum to do the addition first and then naturally multiply by 5 and divide by 9, and then you're good. Okay, so that's perfectly fine. Or of course, you could write it as 5 times Fahrenheit plus 459.67, okay, over 9. Okay, that's perfectly fine too. Because this is in brackets, it doesn't matter that the 5 came first. The fact that this is in brackets means, according to BOMDAS, it will be done first. And then there's it multiplied by 5, and there's it divided by 9. But this is perfectly fine too. So again, whichever way suits your way of doing maths. And then it says, hence or otherwise, convert 400 Kelvin to degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so hence means I can follow on from this answer, okay? Otherwise means there's another way of doing it, okay? So now they've given me Kelvin is equal to 400, and I have to go back to find the Fahrenheit. So the otherwise way would be following the words, and you're literally doing the opposite and going backwards, okay? And I'll show you that in a minute. The hence is using the formula. So 400, my Kelvin, is equal to 5 times F plus 459.67 divided by 9, okay? So what you're doing is you're trying to get at this F, so we have to strip away all of these values around us so that I get F on my own. So the first thing I would get rid of is the 9, okay? Because it's all divided by 9, so that's a good one to get rid of. How is it attached to F? Well, it's divided, okay? So how to cancel it? You'd multiply by 9, okay? And for as long as you have the number on the top and the number on the bottom, they cancel, okay? What I do to one side, I have to do to the other, okay? So I'm going to do it in pieces so you can see what I'm doing. I now have 9 times 400 is equal to 5 times F plus 459.67, okay? So that's my first piece. I'm then going to get rid of the 5, and sorry, nothing stopping you multiplying that in, you can if you want. I need to get rid of the 5 from this side. That's attached here by multiplication. It's on the same levels, they're multiplied. So you know if you divide by 5, they'll cancel. What I do to one side, I need to do to the other. Okay, so if I come up here, I now have 9 times 400 over 5 being equal to Fahrenheit plus 459.67. Okay, and I might in my calculator now go 9 by 400 all over 5, just to make that a little bit less ugly. Okay, and then you're asking, how is the 459 attached here? Well, it's plussed, so you know then if you minus it, so it's always the opposite operation that we do. They will cancel, and so my Fahrenheit is equal to that 720 minus 459.67. So 260.33. Okay, so that's how you would do it. How would you do it manually or the otherwise? Well, again, you would just do things backwards. So you take the 400 and you'd multiply by 9, okay? Because we're going backwards, we're going the opposite. And then whatever answer you get, so that you can see that our first step I'm getting is 400 multiplied by 9. So it's not a different way of doing it, it's just a different way of looking at it. My next job, instead of multiplying my answer by 5, I would divide by 5. And that's what we're doing here. You can see it, okay? And then instead of adding 459, we minus 459.67, which is, of course, what we did here. Okay, so the algebraic way is just a more formal way of laying it out, but the maths is the same. It's just whichever way your brain interprets the question. Okay, but either way, you should get 266.33.